Hello, my name is Alexis Dominguez. I'm 22 years old from Brooklyn, New York, and here is my story. Okay. Growing up, I always believed that I was just another product of my circumstances. It seemed like nobody was happy or free where I was. I watched the people closest to me battle depression, addiction, poverty, pain. It felt like I was behind a fence, looking at a self-destructing world incapable of change. Just a pair of young eyes, watching a world that was experienced by trauma with no voice loud enough to change it. I simply floated through life. I knew I wanted to change the world, but I knew that the first step was changing myself. I decided to let go of all that doesn't serve me. I moved to Hawaii on a whim. Aside from having a friend to stay with and just a few dollars, I had no plan in action. Just an inner compass and an openness to trying new things and new experiences. Not long after, I entered a battle between fate and my ego. With no clear direction of what I wanted from life and what I was truly capable of, I had to be ready to risk it all in order to gain it all. About 2 months in, I was struggling. Financially, emotionally, I was simply struggling. And I was arguing with my roommate at the time, and my family was in no position to help me as they had their own struggles. I started a new job that would provide me with the most unusual yet unforgettable experiences. This is where I met someone who would change my life forever. A destined soul sister. Someone who would ignite the flame that started my spiritual awakening and the road to my success. In the 20-minute exchange that we had that day, they called a friend to give me a ride home, and we spoke lightly on meditation, binaural beats, and astrology. At the time, we didn't know the significance it would hold in our journey or where it would lead us. Before I left, she said, "My tarot cards said that I would get a new roommate. If you ever need a place to stay, let me know." And in fact, 2 days later, I needed a place to stay. Cassie, her friends, and her family all welcomed me with open arms. A stranger from New York City with no money to get back home. The first week together, we really bonded. We told each other things that we never told anybody else before. We spoke about our experiences and our traumas. In order to repay her for her hospitality, I was going to take her back to New York with me. A few weeks later, I received a phone call that completely changed my life. Cass and I made a major sacrifice, and we stayed in Hawaii because we knew that we had to do something larger than us. Since then, we've been through car accidents, financial mishaps, job loss, eviction, pain, and heartbreak. Quite eventful for a year, don't you think? We decided that enough was enough, and we decided to take matters into our own hands. We will no longer work to survive. Cassie turned to science, and I turned to spirituality. Together, a very dynamic team. We've been led to join Lifebook, which is a tool to total alignment and enlightenment in the 12 aspects of your life. We tried to audition for their documentary, but our video wouldn't upload. Instead of breaking our spirits, we saw this as an opportunity to write our own story and act as a beacon of change to inspire others. Nothing is impossible if you truly believe. We are creators of our own story, and our story starts now. So, this is the introduction to Lexi's Lifebook. Thank you.